Hi and welcome to Wing It with Wendy. It's such a gorgeous day today, and you know today would normally be Derby Day. Derby Day today. That's why I'm wearing my hat and I got my Rosebud dress on. You know they call me Rosebud when I go out, but only at the Jackhammer. But no, so it's not a Derby special. It's not a Derby special today. So you're saying, wow, Wendy, it's almost like Cinco de Mayo, right? Cinco de Mayo. So pull out your maracas and bring out your mayo for Cinco de Mayo. Brought to you by Hellmann's. It's not Cinco de Mayo without Hellmann's. Yay! So actually, today is going to be our Mother's Day special. We're a week early, and we're going to be cooking up some wonderful, wonderful gifts for Mom. Okay? So tune in. We'll see you in a little bit. Oh my God, welcome back. And so today we're making gifts for Mom, you know, and we're doing this a week ahead of time because it's going to take you a week to prepare for Mother's Day, right? So let's get started and I'll tell you what we need. Hold on one second. Here you go, Phil, take that, will you? Take that cocktail there. Okay, so let's talk about what you actually need. And we're going to be making flower pots today. So I got a towel, an old bath towel here, and you have to make sure anything you use is 100% cotton, right? And so what I did is I cut off the ends and I rounded it. I rounded it, okay? And so you're going to cut off the ends and you're going to round it. The next thing is you want to get a big, like a bucket or something like this, and that your towel can like drape over. So the next thing you're going to want to do is take your towel and you're going to want to drape it over that, okay? And the reason why we do that is because this is going to make the pot that you're going to plant your flowers in and everything. And you're like, Wendy, but it's a flimsy towel, right? Honey, we're going to get to it. So but the most important thing is whenever you have a flower pot, you got to have a hole in the bottom. So you want to make sure that this sits nice on the bucket, right? And then you got to create a hole in the bottom of your flower pot. So I got my scissors here and I'm going to cut my hole. There you go. So it's smaller than the hole that I'm used to, but you know, it'll let the water out, right? So the next thing you got to do is you got to take your towel, and the towel needs to be soaking wet. Come here, Phil, here, take this towel.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Oh. Wendy,
Yeah.
I love it when you spray me. Oh,
and we soak it down. We soak it down.
I love it. Get
And
wet, girl.
right. Woo.
It's hot in here.
It's kind of fun, right? And you could do this with the kids too and everything.
Wendy's got the best spray.
And right. Okay, so now Phil, you're going to go wring that out, and I just bring it back later when it's nice and damp. Nice and damp, you know, just kind of like how you're used to it. And so now what we got to do is we got concrete here. So we got Portland cement, right? But we got to be well prepared. So I got some rubber gloves here. And you need some like heavy duty rubber gloves, you know, not the kind you use in your bedroom, but these are much more heavy duty. And so you want to get these, right? And so I put some water in my tub here, right? The other thing you're going to need something that's called a binding agent, and you get this at the hardware store, the Home Depot. Shake it up. You know, I always add my liquids in first. So I got a little bit of water in here, and then you're going to add in some binding agent. Glug, glug, glug. You know, there's no measuring. It's just like a little, you know, just kind of like you're making a cocktail, right? And so now, you know, some of the cement could be just gray, just the way it is. If you want to add a little color, I got like a terracotta mix color, and I got this charcoal color. You know, so this is like a little coloring that's going to color the cement. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to put the coloring in the water, right? Just put a little bit in there. So this is kind of like a black coloring there, and it's going to make a nice charcoal color, right? And so we got that going. And now the next thing is we're going to need our cement. But when you use the cement, it's dry, right? So we got to put on our mask. We got to put on our mask here. Hold on. I got this special mask here because I want you to see my mouth. Here, there you go. Oh, wait. Oh, is it hooked on? I don't know. It's like I got the COVID or something. There you go. Oh, my God. Christ's sake. Hold on. We got to... Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. I put on a little extra weight in the quarantine.
Here, let me help you.
Oh, can you get that over my ear,
Yeah,
Phil?
hold on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There you go,
Oh,
girl.
no, thank you. I'm all protected. And, you know, we shoot this live. And so we're going to put some cement in here, right? And what we want to do is see all the dust that's coming out of this, you know. It's like an old man when he farts. It's like you're so old you fart dust, you know. They told me that once. And so then what we're going to do is we got our cement in there, and you're going to need it. You're just going to, that's why we got the gloves. It's so much easier, and you're mixing, you're going to get messy. That's why I'm wearing my overalls. And you're going to mix this up, and you're going to keep adding. Here, you want to take a look. You're going to keep adding water to this and mixing it up. What you want to do is you want to get it to the consistency of gravy, like gravy, you know. Miss Richfield always says, you know, she's from Richfield, Minnesota. She always says, you know, Richfield, Minnesota, where butter is a spice and gravy is a beverage, right? So we want this like really, really like thin, like gravy. This is still a little thick. Oops. And we're going to want to add some more water. So when we get back, I'm going to show you how we make our pot. Okay? So we'll see you in a little bit.
Snap, what a happy sound. Snap is the happiest sound I've found. You may clap, rap, tap, slap, but snap makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. I say it's crackle, the crispy sound. You gotta have crackle or the clock's not wound. Geese cackle, feathers tickle, bells buckle, beats pickle, but crackle makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. I insist that pop's the sound. The best is missed unless pop's around. You can't stop hopping, the cereal's popping. Pop makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. Let's go for Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Snap, it's crackle, what a happy sound. You gotta have crackle or the clock's not bound. You can't stop hopping, the cereal's popping. Snap, crackle, pop makes the world go round.
Oh my God, welcome back. And so we mixed our cement here, you know, so this is Portland cement, right? Portland cement. I got it like, it's like gravy, right? So you got to knead it like it's gravy. And I put my color in and everything and the binding agent. So we got this all mixed up, right? So it's a little loose, right? And now I need my moist, wet towel. Phil, you got my towel.
Here you go,
Okay,
Wendy.
there you go.
I got all the juice out of it.
Okay.
Though I
So-
do like it slick. I
Yeah,
prefer it slick.
it's
myself.
off my bathroom floor. So this is our wet towel. So what we're going to do, so we soaked it and then we wringed it out, right? 100% cotton, and we're going to throw this in our Portland cement mixture, right? And so we're going to want to mix this up. And so as we're mixing it here, and you can see I got my towel, look, it's getting all soaking wet. And you're going to make a mess. You know, it's easy to make a mess with this project. But it's good for the kids, you know, so the kids could play along too. And so we're going to knead this. And we're going to keep kneading it because we want the cement to soak inside the towel, right? So you can see how that's getting all dark like that and soaking it in. Soak in that cement and you push it down and you knead it. You knead it. And I need it because I've been in quarantine. And so the next thing, we talked about the bucket, right? So I made this little contraption over here. And I put this little post on a stand, and then we're going to take our bucket and we're going to put our bucket on top of that. And the reason being is you want the towel to drape down over it. Now, so it's easy to get out. You need a plastic garbage bag, and you're going to put the garbage bag over there, like taking out the trash. Wendy, take out the trash. And there we go. So, so now we got our towel here, and look at that. It's just a big old mess, right? So here's what you're going to do. You know, you want that hole that you made on the bottom, right? And you're going to take it and you're going to drape it over our bucket so that hole, the hole is on the bottom, right? And there we have it. There we have it. And look how beautiful that looks. It looks, well, it looks kind of ugly. But this is going to be a nice gift for Mother on Mother's Day when we see what we're all done, right? When we're all done. So, so when we get back, we're going to do a mail call, and we're going to show you the finished product when we get back. Now, keep in mind, you're going to need this to dry for 2 days. 2 days. Not in the sun, put it in the shade, and just let it dry for 2 days, and we'll show you what we got when we get back. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
I'd like some gasoline, please.
Yes, sir.
Dennis. Dennis Day, you in a Texaco uniform?
My name is Rodney. Fill it up with New Sky, Chief, sir?
But you're Dennis Day.
It can drive down the cost of driving and save you money.
Money?
Yes, sir. New Sky Chief does one thing better than any other leading gasoline. It keeps valves like this from getting like this. You see, with fewer harmful deposits on your valves, you can get better mileage, and the chance of expensive repairs is much less.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll try a gallon.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Benny.
Wait a minute. If you're not Dennis Day, how did you know I was Jack Benny?
Who else would buy 1 gallon?
Texaco sells more gasoline than anybody else. So why a New Sky Chief gasoline? Because we're first, and we have a big responsibility to drive down your cost of driving.
Welcome back, and as you can see, we got our pot here. I made a cocktail in the meantime. So this is going to be our flower pot. It's drying. It's still wet. And you say, Wendy, what is it going to look like when it's done? Well, I'll show you. But first we got to do a little, hold on. First you got to do a little cleanup, because, you know, sometimes you get a little messy. And I got my heels here, and you just got to sometimes just good patent leather. It just hoses right off. And so we got our pot. It's drying over there. And now, because it's our Mother's Day special, you just got to get a little comfortable. So I'm going to take this off, and we're going to get a little comfortable here and get back to our other outfit. And so when this hardens, it's going to take 2 days. 2 days, right? And then this is what it's going to look like. And look, even I could lift it up. Look at that. See? See? And you're going to fill that with dirt. It's light. It's light. And you fill it with dirt. Okay, quiet there, baby. And and you can plant your plants in there and give this nice gift to Mom, right? So so now we're going to move to our mail call segment. And let me get my little hat box here. Hi, Phil. Thank you. There we go. And here we go. Mail call. Wendy, I heard all about your concrete projects. And this is coming all the way from Omaha, Nebraska. I heard about all your concrete projects. And, you know, I'm a little older and I can't carry that big bag of concrete. How do you recommend I get the concrete to my house? And, well, signed, Nancy Paulson, a.k.a. Fancy Nancy. Well, Fancy Nancy, I'll tell you, here's what I do. I go online to the Home Depot there, and what you could do is you could order your concrete, and they'll deliver it, you know? And being that you're in Omaha, Nebraska, you probably got some big farmer boys and everything. And then I have a walker, right? And I don't need the walker, but I put it out, you know, and I bring it out like that. So they make it feel like, you know, I'm needy. And then I tell them like, tip me, I'll tip them a little extra if they take their shirt off, you know, and they'll deliver the concrete and you could tip the boys and then have at it, okay? So with that, we want to wish everybody, all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. And don't forget your Xanax if you have children, too. Hey!
And Wendy has stolen